What's going on, yeah? So I was shopping at Costco and I found some of these Eufy SoloCams. They're battery operated and the battery is recharged by using the solar panel on the top. I've already played around and used one. I opened it, got it set up. This is another one I'm going to be putting on the back of my house just so I can start monitoring a little bit better in the back. And I have one on the front. And I also bought a few to put up at the barbershop. I'm going to be opening this box and just showing you what it's like for me. I am not a tech reviewer. I am just going to show you what the system and the process has been like for me. And I'll show you how I've utilized it on my house, things that I'm happy about, some things that I was unprepared for. So let's get inside this box. Get the plastic removed, then it should come out pretty easily, but it's basically like that on both sides. All right, so once you have it out of the box, the original box, then it comes to this part, and this is like all your serialized items and things of that nature. So then you open it up, and that's how it's presented to you. It has the solar panel, and the solar panel comes with a USB-C charging cable. It also has the mounting hardware to mount the camera to the wall or ceiling or whatever you need to mount it to. It comes with the mounting hardware for the solar panel. This could either go mounted to the top of the camera or you could mount it to a surface, and then this is the thing that you would want to mount. This is like a camera mount. I could use this for all kinds of things. That is mainly just for mounting the solar panel. If you choose not to use the solar panel, you can also run it off of USB-C. Here's some of the mounting hardware. This mounting hardware right here is for the camera. If you could tell, you have 3 mounts for the camera, and then you have the 2 small screws in there are to mount the solar panel to the top of the camera, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Here is a little USB-A to USB-C cable that comes with it. I have not had to use that one yet. Matter of fact, in this box, that one is still in there. Then what comes in this one also is an extension cord. I believe this is 10 feet. And so that means if you want to run your solar panel 10 feet away, you'll be able to do so. And also, this is a USB-C female to a USB-C male. And so this is an extension cord. That means you can either plug in that cable to the back of this cable and then plug it into the back of the camera, or you can run a 10-foot long USB-C, and it could be USB-C to USB-A, and then you can just plug it into a wall or however you want to power it. All you have to do is just get USB-C power to the back of the camera. And the camera actually has a battery inside of it. So once the camera is charged, it is not running off of solar power or regular power. It will have enough charge to continue running, and it looks like it could run for days. I have been using little things like this. It's USB-C. And I had one camera running for days, and it did not even use any of the power on this. You could check stuff like that by just hitting that, and it tells you how far charged it is. This also tells you how far charged it is through the app. That light right there will also give you an indicator. It's a light here, and it has a speaker here. It has a light here. Oh, this thing does so many different things. It's pretty cool. I have not tried to run more than 2. Let's go to the back of it first. On the back side of this camera, you have a sync button, that's how you're gonna set it up. And then you have where you plug it in right there. For this top piece right here, this can go on several ways. It will go on like this. You just take it and you have to clip the pieces on the side. It has a push button there and a push button there. Push them down, push it in, and now it's flush mount. When it's on mounted like this, this is where the solar panel goes right here. So if you mount it to the ceiling, basically it would be mounted, the camera would be mounted to something like this, and that's the proper way of mounting it. But when you do that, then you can't put your solar panel on top of it, and that's when you'll have to run your solar panel to something else. So the other way that you can run this, you have to, once again, clip those on the side, and you pull it out. And there's one other way you can mount it, and that's this way, where you have it this way, and you push it down like that. And now that is a different mounting way. You see how the difference is? So now you would mount it to something like that, you see, instead of mounting it like that. You see how the camera's pointing down at the ground now. So this is so you can mount it to the wall like this, basically like that right there. And then you can put a solar panel on top of it then, because there's nothing blocking the solar panel. So that is a couple different ways you can set it up. I've showed you a little bit of everything. I will go into showing you what it operates like, but what I plan to do is set this one up. I don't know how hard that's gonna be. And then I'm going to take it outside and mount it. And I think this one is going to be mounted like this so that I can put the solar panel right on top. This is the location I decided I'm gonna put it in. It comes with this little sticker right here that shows you how to mount it. And this is the mounting bracket. This is how I wanted it mounted. Let's put it that way so you can see. And I already pre-started the holes. Now I'm going to just go ahead and screw each hole in. All right, so this is the other pack that it comes with. Maybe the pack that it came with blew over the edge because this doesn't have the small screws in it, and I need the small screws to mount to the top of, it looks like they might have fell off. I'll find them. And if not, I have another set in the house because I bought more than one. So now that it is mounted, this is all I have to do is to stick it on, and that was it. Now the camera is technically already mounted. The problem is now I don't have any power supply to it, so I got to do that part now. And the solar panel is just going to go on top of it, and I'm just going to make it flat so it can just get sun straight from the sky. Okay, so these little screws right here are the ones that it uses. Those two right there, that is what you use to mount this part to the top of the camera. We're gonna take that apart. You see the mount on top. If you look, oh, almost dropped it. If you look, this part spins apart like that. Now, when you take this out, it has this ball in it. This ball goes in the top of that part like that. So that stays there. That piece right there keeps the ball pushed up. So you have to make sure you keep those parts like that right there. Then you have this part. Those two little screws, those two little holes on the right and the left-hand side are the two holes that the screws go in and mount it to the top of the camera. We're gonna take the camera off at this time, right here. Take the camera off. Oh boy, don't drop it. There we go. The camera is off. And now we have to mount it to the top right there. So we're gonna take this like this. We're gonna put this on like this. And then we're gonna take these two, drop them in there like this. Take one. It's hard to do with one hand, I'll tell you. And I don't have any way to mount my phone right now. I'll get it though. I'm getting my life together, yeah, if you can't tell. This is one way that I'm doing that right here. So let's go ahead, flip this one over. If I had two hands, this would be easier. So just understand, if you're watching, this will be easier for you because you'll be using two hands. I'm using one hand because I'm trying to make a video. So there we go. We got them started and in the hole, and then you just have to take it, put it in, and get the screw started like that right there. Get it started, then get the next one started like that right there. Then after you get them started, you can tighten them down. Once you get them tightened down, they're good to go. Now, that's when this part goes back on. If you look at this, it has little notches in it right there, right there. That's a notch and that's a notch. Those notches go into those holes right there. You take that notch, you stick it in there like that, and that stays put in there just like that, right there. It won't move. Now, when you go to put this ball on, it sits right in there and it keeps it in its place. And then all you gotta do is just tighten it down like that right there. And now it is tight. It's so tight, it makes it hard for that ball to move around now. Now, all you have to do is take your solar panel. It has a camera mount on it. You put it on like that right there, stick it to it, spin it around like this right here. Trying to make it look easier than what it is. You get my drift by this though. I'm not getting it right. All right, let's pause this. All right, so now I have it started. See, it started, and you just turn it, spin it on, and now it stops right there. That's on. Now what you'll have to do is you have to take this part. This is your connecting piece. You'll open up this port right here, and then you'll plug in, and it has a weatherproof stripping on it so no water or moisture gets in. That's what these knobs are. You open that up and you see how deep that hole is. It does not want moisture to get inside of the camera. So you take it and you put it in and you just push it until it snaps. It didn't snap, but it's in there, solid. All right, and then you have this sync button. This is how you're going to get it to connect to your camera and to your Wi-Fi. I'm going to have to stop recording to do that part, but then after I get it connected, I will go ahead and show you how I mount this with the solar panel on top, and I'll be pulling that film off then. Give me 1 second to set up the inside the app. To start inside the app, you hold this down until you hear a beep. I heard the beep, then it starts to say it's in sync mode. There should be a color right there. You see it blinking. That is letting you know it's in sync mode and it's ready to start work. So now I have to go to my phone to do the rest. All right, so we got it set up. One thing that I learned, and I had to learn it by the time I got my second one set up, is one thing that I learned. When you set this up, you can't set it up to 5G. You have to set this up to 2.4 gigahertz. You can't set it up to 5G. It will not connect. But once I got it to 2.4 gigahertz, it's set up quickly. The install process is not hard, but it is hard if you do not get it to, like I said, 5G. I think that's going to be plenty of sun for it. Let's walk down. So I did not need these, but what it did say was that you need to charge it up for 8 hours before you utilize it. And so what I will do is I will bring a little power brick out here and charge it up while it's running. That's it right there. And it is mounted up pretty high. I have not set it up of any kind, but that looks much better than the one in the front yard because it is clean, it is sleek. There's no wires running to it. You can see it good. Let's see if it tracks me or anything. No, it's not set up to do anything yet. I have not finished the setup process, but I have it mounted. Let's go look at that one in the front yard as well. It's getting plenty of sunlight. All right, so I did not mount this one good. If you can't tell, I didn't mount it good at all. So it's kind of leaning a little bit. I got to do better with that one. And I did not mount the solar panel all that great either. It doesn't look like. It is up and it is operating fine. It's just not as good as it possibly could be. So I'm gonna redo this one when I get time.